Even though it's not completely obvious for everyone, but there are numerous warning signs when it comes to dating both men and women, including apparent ones like lack of goals and ambitions in life, as well as others that go unnoticed like being manipulative or toxic. Although no one is perfect, a man should be aware of his desires in life, and this also applies to their expectations from their partner. However, men can be naive and misled easily. This is why it's crucial for them to know whether or not they are dealing with a genuine and caring woman. A man should know what qualities he wants and doesn't want in a woman, especially if he's looking for a long-term partner. These qualities should be recognized early in the relationship so that men can end things early without wasting too much of their time and energy. Pay close attention until the end of this video to discover 6 red flags in women you should always watch out for. Being too controlling. A man should be aware of his goals and desires in his life and not tolerate anyone who tries to control him or his behavior. He should also be aware that he is the only one who can decide what to do with his life, and he shouldn't let women tell him what to do. Now, don't get me wrong. If a woman is guiding you in the right direction by trying to influence you positively, that's a different thing. But when a woman is being controlling and not giving you any options except what she wants, it's a toxic trait and also a huge red flag when it comes to long-term partnerships. A man should desire a supporting and caring partner who wants the best for him and not an abuser. Nobody wants to be controlled. Therefore, if a man notices that a woman is trying to assert power over him, he should definitely consider leaving this person. However, some men are weak and they would never recognize or admit this to themselves. Being too jealous. There is nothing wrong with a little jealousy. It is actually healthy to be jealous of our partner sometimes. However, jealous and envious women will behave like a hysterical child when it comes to their partner and his life outside of the relationship. She will try to control their partner's actions and choices in every possible way. The most obvious thing could be that she is not letting him hang out with his friends or pursue his passion or hobby, since she wants him to be with her instead. No man should ever be wrongly accused of anything, and if she acts this way, there is either a lack of trust from her side or she has low self-esteem. A high-value man should want a woman who is equally as confident and secure as he is. So, if you notice that a woman has jealousy issues that results in her limiting you and telling you what to do, it's a huge red flag. Nobody wants to feel like they are being watched by someone who lives in constant fear. Jealousy is basically a sign of insecurity, which means that a jealous woman sees everyone as a potential threat. Being disrespectful. Some women can often say one thing and do another, so pay attention to her actions rather than her words. Disrespect can be pretty obvious, so if there are signs of it towards you or towards other people who are important to you, it's a huge red flag. Sometimes it can be difficult to see how someone is truly feeling towards you, so the best approach is to see how they treat you in public, around other people. Another thing to pay attention to is how they treat your family members, since it reflects their true personalities. You shouldn't expect everyone to love or even like you, but you should always expect to be treated with some degree of common decency. Recognize that respect is earned and not given, and if there is no respect in a relationship, there is no point of being with that person. Being immature. Men should understand not to take immature behavior personally in certain situations, but there is no excuse for anyone to act like a child in public, especially not someone who is supposed to be your partner. Most guys appreciate an independent woman, one who has her emotions under control for the most part. Since most high-value men can admire a mature woman, you should do your best to avoid women who demonstrate immature qualities. You can detect a woman's maturity level by the way she handles certain situations or how she acts around other people in public. Immature women have a tendency to constantly overreact in certain situations because they struggle with self-control and they can't handle their emotions. High-value men often prefer to be around emotionally intelligent people who know how to deal with challenges in their lives without getting irritated about them. Questionable manners. A person's manners should follow a basic rule of ethics, and just as high-value men, high-value women should be aware of how to treat others with kindness and respect, regardless of their situation. Men, just like women, should always evaluate whether their partner's manners are matching with theirs. This can be as simple as the way they treat a waiter in a restaurant or the way they behave with their parents. When values and manners don't match in a partnership, it can become really frustrating or even toxic. Some men are not able to recognize this, so they would rather accept or even worse, implement these manners. A man of high value will never tolerate his partner's behavior if she is being rude or arrogant toward other people, especially his loved ones. Negative mindset. Of course, everyone has a bad day sometimes, but if your partner never has a positive thing to say about themselves or other people, you should be aware that she might manipulate you emotionally. It can be hard to have a positive attitude all the time, and there is no denying that the difference between positive and negative people is that positive people try to find a solution and get past difficulties as soon as they can, while negative people complain even after the problem was solved. A man should want to stay away from women who are always complaining, since it will ruin their time together, and you shouldn't want someone around you who is always bringing everyone down with their negative attitude. Men should be able to tell whether a woman is uncomfortable with herself on the inside when she spends all of her time complaining or being grumpy about silly things. If you found value in this video, please smash that like button and consider subscribing.